Before we start the video, I just want to say two things. One, very sorry for missing the Sunday deadline. That was entirely my fault. And two, everything you're about to see in this video is an interpretation of real things that happened on Monday across the street from my house. Names will be changed in this because I think it's funnier that way. And don't sue me. I'm looking at you, Joe. Like most stories, of course, we have to start at the beginning. I'm not going to in media res this because I'm not a writer. So it just so happens that Shogunate, Nyan, Baby Bear, and I all have a free sixth. So during this free sixth, we decided to, play board games or whatever instead of what? Be productive? Who's productive ever? So I have this briefcase that has like a poker set in it, and I decided to bring that in one day. Previously we played Uno, and that was a lot of fun because that was the game. Anyway, we played Texas Hold'em in the library, and it turns out that people don't take too kindly to that. So I just stopped bringing it because I felt like people were just staring daggers at us while we were playing. And to be fair, I would also stare at somebody who's playing poker in a school library. So Baby Bear decided to bring in a set of Monopoly. Yeah, Monopoly. It wasn't Roblox themed like it is in here, but I have to tie an MMO here somewhere or else I will get arrested by the YouTube police. So yeah, she brought in the hit game Monopoly. Now I'll be perfectly honest with you. When my family plays Monopoly, we like to keep it relatively calm. You know, there's not a lot of screaming. Nobody's murdering each other over the fact that somebody bought the last railroad, even though one person has two, another person has one, and that other person has one, because, everybody wants all the railroads because they lead to Rome. Except on hour 4, whenever we play, and it gets to hour 4, the entire house turns to hell, and there's a screaming match, and I still blame Sir Gamer 4 because he bought utilities, and I wanted all of those utilities, and it's his fault that my mom lost. So it wasn't me, Mom. Don't overthink this. So everybody gets their money, and we start the game, and we roll the dice and move. And Bella, I don't know if this is a real rule, but Bella had this rule where nobody can buy businesses until they cross the go thing for the first time, and that caused some ruffles. And for some reason, psychically, at the exact same time, Shogunate, Nan, and I just decided that this would be a troll round, and that we would partake in a bit of trolling, as it were. So once we were able to, actually buy property after passing go, Nyan and Shogunate just kind of exceedingly loaded up on houses, and then I just started buying up all like the dirt cheap slums of the game on board, and this made Baby Bear very mad because we were not playing strategically at all, and obviously Monopoly is a very strategic game, and so it was kind of funny. The issue though comes when Shogunate just started loading up on houses, right? He just had a ton of houses, and obviously he had property to go with it. But although he had so much houses, he was practically like broke. Like he didn't even have like $300. So this became very, very, very important when he landed on the boardwalk space, which is a whopping $400. He only had around 200 at the time. So that means by the rules of the game, we had to go to auction. And this is where the real game started. I dubbed this section of the video, and the video as a whole, the Bidding Gambit, because there is no other way to perfectly describe what Nyan and I did to make sure that Baby Bear would buy Boardwalk at an exuberant rate. Now, let's see how we did it. So, Shogunate can't participate in the auction because he's broke. To make fun of him, we start the bid at $1, and then I respond to the bid with a $2 offer. Nyan comes back with a $3, I hit back with a $4, so on and so forth until we get to $10, where Nyan raises to a $20. I hit him with a $21. and it goes to 22, 23. So Nan raises me to 50. I hit him with a 51. And then Baby Bear takes the bait, raises it to 100. And now it's times like these where I look back on my inner bets and think what he would do. Yeah, I just fold. So the bid goes to 120. I'm out of it at this point. Then Baby Bear raises it to 200. And of course, Nan tries one last time with a $1 pull. But then Baby Bear, biggest bait catcher ever, hits the 500 even. This is technically where the real bidding starts. But as soon as that 500 slapped down, I knew Baby Bear was gonna end up with the property at a 600 plus fee. The early part was just to make it so that Baby Bear was itching to get in. And then, like, actual bidding happens. So then Nan counters with a 550 pull. Baby Bear, of course, is not giving up, so she hits with a 600 even. And then Nan hits with a 620. And Baby Bear is so full of victory, thinking that Nan was dying to get this property, hits a 670. Guess what? She ends up with the property and has to pay $670 of her own smackaroonies. But even if she lost the Monopoly round, that doesn't mean she's a loser. Because I brought in Dose the next day, and Baby Bear won both games despite being a noob. I guess the real lesson I learned that day was that if you make enemies in Monopoly, they will kick your ass in worse versions of Uno. And so, karma is real. Don't be mean.